Hi, Marianne with Fresh Pair of Eyes. How are you guys?
Hi,
Hi, Ariana.
Ariana.
Good. Sam, it's nice to talk to you again. I talked to you briefly about Outlander before, and Jessica, it's nice to meet you.
No, lovely to meet you too.
So, Sam, speaking of Outlander a little bit, what was it like to play Danny, who is completely different from Jamie? Danny is a bit darker, has all of these secrets, and Jamie is way more of like this up and up guy and a lover. What was it like to step into this character?
Yeah, I was definitely I guess the appeal of the show was to play something different, to play a character who was sort of more morally ambiguous. I mean, I was talking about this earlier, and like they are both quite stubborn in their own ways. But and Jamie's not a man of the law, but he certainly lays down the law or has making rules. And Danny, I think, is breaking them despite being employed to be a policeman. But yeah, I mean, quite different characters, and I mean, that was the appeal initially, but then also to work with these guys, to work with Jess and Eleanor and Alfred, it was just, I instantly jumped for the opportunity to work with them, and yeah, I'm very, very glad that I got that opportunity.
Yes.
Ditto.
Jessica, you also play like a very different character for a woman in general. She kind of subverts gender roles because she's the one pushing this really open and non-traditional relationship. What was that like to play this type of character?
I mean, I think what we see is just a woman and a couple who've chosen to live, I guess, what people consider an alternative lifestyle, but or have a very different relationship to what we sort of tend to expect, from monogamous relationships. Um, but I think there are entire communities out there who live this way and live this way in flourish that thrive in these relationships. So it was just coming at it from that perspective of someone who doesn't have judgment about herself or themselves, that she is very open-minded and comes from a background where that makes sense. And so yeah, we meet this couple who this has worked for them in the past, and it's sort of the terms of their relationship. Unfortunately, this where we meet them now goes a little bit awry. But it's fun. It's fun to show different kinds of relationships. I think it's good to do that. It's healthy.
Yes. Sam, do you think, and Jessica is you as well, do you think that Danny tries to belittle Pete, or do you think that's his own insecurity?
Yeah, I mean, I think as Jess said, these are a couple that are on this journey in terms of their relationship, but I think Danny struggles. He's always believed in it or tried to follow Becca, but I think he definitely struggles. He needs rules. He has a certain way of life. He's from this area. He's probably not left it that much, unless he was on holiday with Becca or meeting her in Thailand. But yeah, he's a man of this area, and I think therefore, there's a certain way of acting and being, and yeah, I think he doesn't think much about it. I think he just does what is comes naturally to him in this moment. But I don't think he means to belittle um, at first.
Jessica, why do you think Becca is attracted to this couple in the first place?
Well, I think it's part of what she is interested in. She does have this curiosity, and she has an appetite, within the terms of their agreed terms of their relationship. And these people are, they instantly, have chemistry, and there's a friendship. And so I think that sort of sets her on this path of, oh, maybe this could be fun. But I don't know that she's really sort of stepped back and looked at how her and Danny are, how they are in their relationship in this moment. But I mean, you can see the appeal. Look at them. Look at those two. They look, when they're on this sort of stagnant street, and well, that's how she feels sometimes. That they walk on, and you just go, oh my God, they're a beautiful breath of fresh air. They're possibly like-minded. They're interesting people. So I think it makes sense.
Yeah, I agree. I think you're right. It's like this sort of slightly stagnant, lifeless street that this young couple come into, and I think it's a new life, right? New opportunity and for some fun, finally. I think they
Yeah, yeah,
probably
yeah.
don't hang out with their neighbors too much.
No, not Alan.
Not Alan, no.
God.
Do you guys, yeah, Alan's a creep, to say the least. But do you guys find the suburbs to be as creepy as Becca does? Because she makes it very clear that she thinks is so creepy.
I mean, it's just a different lifestyle, isn't it? I mean, the suburbs is just a different, yeah, a different way of living and being. And the suburb, I think it's like anywhere can be, you know, a completely contradicting space. You know, the city can be hard and beautiful and romantic and desolate, you know, whatever, wherever you are. I think the suburbs is the same thing. It's like, it can look very beautiful from the exterior, and then people can be having an incredibly difficult time. It's sort of, you know, that's sort of across all, you know, spaces and walks of life. I don't live in the suburbs, so I grew up in the suburbs though. So I was about to say it's not my experience, but I certainly know what it was like growing up. But yeah, it's sort of very, very different to what I experience now.
I think you're right. I think it's, the fact that everything on the surface looks beautiful and everyone is slightly removed, so you don't quite know what's going on, but you do know their business a little bit. And then I just realized I actually do live in the suburbs. I'm like, how did that happen? But
Oh,
it's the suburbs of Glasgow, so it's kind of different to this suburbia. Or is it? I mean,
or is
or
it?
is it?
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me. I really appreciate it. Congrats on the show, and I can't wait to talk to you guys about future projects.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much.
Good to see
Awesome.
you.